Hey everyone, welcome back. Today we're going to talk about a really interesting story from history, the rise and fall of the Ghaznavid dynasty. This wasn't just any old kingdom. It was a powerful empire that started with people who were once slaves but became rulers of a huge area that included parts of Central Asia and northern India. It all began with a man named Sabuktigan. He used to be a slave soldier but worked his way up during the last years of the Sultanate Empire. After his teacher and father-in-law, Tigan passed away, Sabuktigan took over a city called Ghazni. That city was in a very important spot, south of the Hindu Kush Mountains. But taking control wasn't easy. There were fights, betrayals, and a lot of struggle for power, just like you'd expect in stories about building empires. Sabuktigan didn't just want to hold on to power. He wanted to grow. He helped the Samanid leader by putting down rebellions and taking control of big cities like Balch and Bamiyan. He also made smart changes to how land was given out to soldiers, so they'd be more willing to fight instead of just sitting around enjoying land they treated like their own property. When Sabuktigan died, his son Ismail became the ruler of Ghazni. But another one of his sons, Mahmud, wasn't okay with that. Mahmud thought he should be in charge. So he gathered his army, marched to Ghazni, defeated Ismail in battle in the year 998, and became the new ruler. Mahmud wasn't just a regular king. He was a powerful leader who wanted to build something great. He told the caliph, the religious leader of the Muslim world, that he was loyal and that the old rulers, the Samanids, had betrayed everyone. Mahmud wanted to show that he was the real protector of Sunni Islam. He fought against other groups like the Shiite Buyids and the Ismailis, and grew his empire into what is now Afghanistan, Pakistan, and parts of India. But Mahmud is most famous for his attacks into India. From the year 1001 to 1026, he led 17 different invasions. These weren't small attacks either. He went far into India, reaching cities like Mathura, Kanauj, and Somnath. He brought back huge amounts of treasure. For example, Mathura was a super-rich city full of temples and gold. His army destroyed it over 20 days. At Somnath, he took back gold worth about 20 million dinars. Mahmud didn't just keep all that wealth for himself. He used it to make his capital, Ghazni, an amazing place. It had beautiful buildings, and he invited famous writers and poets to his court. People like Ferdowsi and Behagi wrote about how amazing it was to see Mahmud's support for art and learning. But not everything went perfectly. Mahmud had settled 4,000 Turkmen families in a place called Khorasan. These people started attacking nearby towns, causing a lot of problems. Mahmud's governors had to take harsh action, including punishing and even executing many of the leaders to keep peace. When Mahmud died in 1030, the Ghaznavid Empire was at its biggest and most powerful. His rule stretched from the Caspian Sea all the way to the Yamuna River in India. And after Mahmud's death, the throne didn't pass smoothly to a strong ruler. Instead, it went to his son Muhammad, a gentle and kind-hearted man, but honestly, too soft to handle such a tough job. His brother, Mas'ud, wasn't happy about that. Mas'ud had worked hard fighting battles and expected to get some power too. But when Muhammad refused to share, Mas'ud raised his own army, defeated his brother, and even had him blinded and locked up. It was harsh, but that's how fights for power worked back then. Even though Mas'ud took the throne, things didn't get any better. In 1040, his army got crushed by the Seljuks at the Battle of Dandanaqan. After that, the empire lost control over Persia and Central Asia, and everything started falling apart. Mas'ud tried to escape to India with his treasure, hoping to rebuild, but his own soldiers turned against him. They stole the treasure and put the blinded Muhammad back on the throne. For a short time, the two brothers switched places. Muhammad became king again, and Mas'ud was thrown in a dungeon, where he was killed later that same year. After that, Mas'ud's son, Madud, who was governor of Balkh, rushed to take the throne. He beat Muhammad's sons in battle and became king, but the empire was already too broken to fix. In just 9 years, 4 different rulers came and went. The Ghaznavid crown had gone from a powerful symbol to something almost meaningless. In 1058, Mas'ud's other son, Ibrahim, became ruler. Ibrahim wasn't just a king, he was also an artist, and even wrote out the Quran by hand. He made peace with the Seljuks, which gave the empire a break and a chance to calm down for a while. But the Ghaznavids were no longer as strong as they used to be. Their power mostly came from raiding the wealthy cities of northern India, though the Indian kingdoms like the Paramaras and the Gahadvalas didn't make it easy. Ibrahim ruled until 1098, and then his son Mas'ud III took over. Mas'ud III's reign was pretty quiet, no huge battles or wild stories. But he built some amazing structures, like the palace of Sultan Mas'ud III, and the famous Ghazni minarets. After he died in 1115, his sons started fighting each other, and after a lot of struggle, Bahram Shah, with the help of the Seljuks, became king. Bahram Shah actually managed to hold on to power for about 35 years, which was pretty impressive for those chaotic times. But his reign wasn't easy. In 1148, he lost the city of Ghazni to a rival named Saif al-Din Suri, but won it back the next year. The real danger came from Ala al-Din Husayn, the Ghurid king. When Husayn captured Ghazni in 1151, he destroyed the city so badly that fires burned for 7 days straight. That's how he got the nickname Jahansuz, or World Burner. Even though Bahram Shah later returned with Seljuk help, the city never fully recovered. Over the years, more and more Ghaznavid lands were lost to the Ghurids and Oghuz Turks, and by around 1170, Ghazni was gone for good. The last chapter of the Ghaznavids played out in Lahore, which had been their stronghold in India since Mahmud's time. After Ghazni fell, Lahore became the capital, but even there they couldn't hold on for long. In 1186, Muhammad of Ghor captured Lahore and defeated the last Ghaznavid ruler, Khusrau Malik. Khusrau and his son were taken prisoner and later executed, ending the Ghaznavid dynasty once and for all. Even though the Ghaznavids faced a lot of wars and power struggles, they left behind more than just ruins. Their army was a mix of Turkic, Afghan, and Indian soldiers. When Mahmud invaded India, he even added Hindu warriors, led by commanders like Subinray and Tilak, who stayed loyal even during hard times. The Ghaznavids were also known for using war elephants, especially in battles outside India, where elephants were rare and terrifying. Culturally, the Ghaznavids were Turkic by background, but they lived like Persians. Persian was the language they used in their courts, poetry, and government. Their style of ruling was inspired by the Persian world, thanks to their early connection with the Samanids. Ghazni became a home for scholars, poets, and scientists. Famous names like Ferdowsi and al-Biruni visited Mahmud's court, and although Avicenna said no, the city still became a bright center for learning and culture. Even after their empire was gone, the Ghaznavids' love for Persian art and literature lived on. Lahore stayed an important place for poets and thinkers, attracting people from all over. Their coins mixed Arabic and Indian designs, showing their unique blend of cultures. So, even though the Ghaznavids started out as Turkic warriors looking for power, they're remembered today as important supporters of Persian culture, and as a big part of spreading Islam deeper into India.